I think schools need to completely disrupt themselves. I'm glad schools like Vega are pursuing that path of innovation in education. I think these are some of the most defining moments of humanity. We are seeing a massive uh, era in which we are completely surrounded by global challenges, be it climate change, be it artificial intelligence leading to human resource depletion, be it challenges which are related to society, healthcare, and so forth, and so many. I think for me, learning as a word is never ending and teaching ends. But unfortunately, the true meaning of education has been down the drain for the past 75 years of our independent India, because we have never changed our education system. The challenge is Indian education system does not understand the difference between learning and teaching. Teaching is one very small aspect of learning, while learning is a very holistic, very fundamental trait of humanity. And more than learning, the word which is also very important is unlearning. Unlearning things which are no longer relevant. Information that is no longer needed needs to be unlearned. And that is one of the most important pieces of learning. For me, learning has been very hands-on. I believe I want to learn things that stay for me relevant for a very long period of time. And I always tell people the best things that I learned were learned in my kindergarten. Make a line, wash your hands, respect people, don't lie, make sure that you do teamwork. I think these are very fundamental basics of a civic society. So I think fundamentally learning for me is how do we create true value instead of just creating value which is rewarded by the society. I think schools need to completely disrupt themselves. I'm glad schools like Vega are pursuing that path of innovation in education. My personal belief is education is the only lever which can lead India to become a developed economy on our 100th independence. And the way we do that is by creating policy frameworks. We welcome the new education policy by the government. We need to ensure that it falls into three categories. The first one is ensuring our students are innovative. The job of a school is to discover their passion and not force them to follow one of the passions that other people have followed. The second piece of education which is very important is excellence, ensuring that whatever they do, students should follow the path of excellence. And the third piece which is very important is fundamental human development. We don't teach in schools personal finance. We don't teach in schools how to take care of your health. We don't teach in schools how to respect women. We don't teach in schools how to be more tolerant of diversity and other religions. We don't teach in schools how to create wealth. And wealth does not mean money alone. Wealth means your health, your reputation. How do you create it structures wherein you become overall a very healthy person? While I was in school, and obviously my parents are doctors, they forced me to become a doctor. I realized one thing: every child is different. While doing my house surgency in Gangaram Hospital, when I was 24, I used to hate going to the OT. If I hate going to the OT when I'm 18, there are chances I'm going to hate going to the OT when I'm 24. I'm going to hate going to the OT when I'm 54. And I realized that I don't like getting up on a Monday. And the reason was not that I wasn't hardworking. The reason was every human is different. I don't like OTs. Now, you cannot judge ability of a fish to be an agile fish by comparing it to a monkey's ability to climb a tree. The monkey will always win in the competition between a fish and a monkey for climbing a tree. Our goal as a parent, our goal as a teacher is to ensure that our students are happy. That is the epitome of success. Now, how do you create this happiness? This happiness comes by helping them find their passion. In our times, there were only 4 careers. Today, there are 400. And I believe that our job as teachers and parents is not to create careers which are comfortable, but to create careers out of hidden passions of our students so that they don't have to work. The job of a parent or a teacher is not to give our children life of comfort and a life without problems, but to find the meaning of life of each child. And the difficult part is each child has a different meaning of life. And the day you realize what your meaning of life is, you don't have to work even a single second. The challenge is we judge people by first skills, then will, and then integrity. For me, it is always about I, W, and S. First integrity, then will, and then skill. So if you are able to first ignite integrity in our students, for me, integrity is super important. I believe the core backbone of a nation is its education system. I went to a school and I asked 1,000 students. I asked them, how many of you want to become a teacher? Not even a single person raised his or her hand. And that is the sad part of our education system. We need to raise salaries. We need to make teaching a white collar profession. Teaching should be a very lucrative opportunity. And there should be deep connect between industry and academia. Teaching or learning should not be done in schools alone. Half of the time should be spent outside of schools. They should go to the factory of Britannia to see how biscuits are built. They should go to factory of an EV two-wheeler manufacturing hub on what is the future of electric vehicles. They should go to a solar farm. They should go to a pisciculture or environment to see how fishing is done. After parents, the most important relationship in our society is relationship between a teacher and a pupil. I think that relationship is way beyond any remuneration, is way beyond anything. It's a very deep sense of responsibility and feeling from both sides. I've been very blessed to have a lot of mentors. Most of my teachers were people like Vijay from Paytm, people who were in the industry and who used to guide me. And obviously, I used to listen more from them. I think this relation is extremely powerful because the ability to change someone's life by talking to them is extremely self-satisfying. And that is why models of mentorship, wherein a mentor mentees a person to change, and that is why executive leadership has become a huge industry world over. The only way to make India developed is to be the most innovative nation in the world. We need to solve global challenges, not only for Indians, but for the world. We need to become the laboratory of the world for all the future technologies, be it robotics, be it nanotechnology, cancer curation, be it 3D printing, be it autonomous vehicles, electric vehicle revolution, be it climate change technologies, be it carbon consuming technologies. We need to produce these innovations, and for that, our students need to embrace failure in their daily lives. Today, failure needs to be adopted in our local vocabulary because innovation does not happen without repeated failure. Failure needs to be encouraged. We need to encourage our students to take bolder dreams and then fail at it rather than taking timid dreams and then pass at those. Success is nothing but failure turned inside out.